Hi guys, welcome back. So we're up in the kitchen again today, and excuse my voice, but I am getting over a cold. So today I wanted to share a recipe with you for some bacon cheddar biscuits that are low carb, and I use these when we have chili. It's a great alternative for me. In past days, I would eat Fritos in my chili and crackers. And so since I'm eliminating those kinds of foods, this is a great alternative for me, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything. When we have chili, I make mine without beans, and then I have everything else in there, and then I eat a couple of these biscuits. So I wanted to share this recipe with you today, and I will link it below when I put the video out. So for the first ingredient, we're going to put in 2 cups of almond flour. In this recipe, we'll make 8 biscuits, and so we usually eat that over 2 meals. I usually measure my ingredients using a 1/2 cup. And I thought I would just do this from start to finish instead of doing anything ahead of time. I did cube this butter up ahead of time. This is 2 tablespoons of cubed butter. Go wipe my hand off real quick. Okay, next we want to get 2 eggs. I'll take those out a little bit later. We need to get 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Okay, 1/2 cup heavy cream. Let's scrape this out. I'm going to put these eggs and cream back and grab the cheese. Alright, and we're going to do 1/2 cup of cheese. I'm sorry, 1.5 cups. Since my measuring cup is dirty, I'm going to grab the cup one. Get a cup of cheese in here. I do shred my own cheese from a bar. Always nice to have on hand too if you just need to pop some in something. So there's 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. I'm gonna get that put away. And earlier I just went ahead and cooked a pound of bacon, but we only need 6 slices for this, and I just crumble it up and put it in. These really come together quickly, and they store really well. So like after we have it the first time, keeping them for the next meal, they're always good. They don't go bad. So I bet I do eat those within a couple of days. So I have my oven preheating to 375 degrees, and I also have a baking sheet covered with parchment paper. You can make your bacon as small or as big pieces as you want. It's up to you. Okay, and for some reason I thought this recipe had baking powder in it, but it doesn't. But I'm gonna try some in it today, just to see what happens. So I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And we'll see how that comes out. So that's totally optional for you. Spill up our flour. Spill any. Okay, and I'm just gonna start mixing this together until it's combined. You wanna just make sure your butter gets distributed throughout. Those eggs get broken up. Just make sure it all gets combined. Okay, I just took a little bit of a break and cleaned some of this stuff up and then mixed this up a little bit more so it's pretty incorporated. And I'm just gonna plop down some spoonfuls here and try to get 8 out of this. That might be a little too big. Let me just take a little bit off of each one of those. So we make sure they're kind of all uniform. And that there's enough. Send some down here to keep our parchment paper still. Some sheet. Just a little bit more. Try to leave a little bit more space since we did add the baking powder. Let's see what they do here. Rest of our dough here. I'm just gonna grab a spatula so I can really clean that out. Right. Just gonna this a little bit. Also, I'm noticing some of them don't have as much bacon, so I'm gonna try to make sure they all have a good amount in there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna pop these into the oven and bake them for 25 minutes. And then when they are done, you see those, I will show you what they look like. Okay, I just pulled these out of the oven and they look great. One thing I'm noticing is that they are more uniform and puffier with the baking powder. Also, usually the butter is like there's melted butter on the baking sheet, and I'm not noticing that either. I don't know if adding the baking powder helped with that as well, absorbing the melted butter. But yeah, these look great, and I hope you have the chance to make this recipe and you enjoy these as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.